Roshar as we know it has 3 moons, but in Wind and Truth, we learn that wasn't always the case. Let's explore what that could mean for Roshar and for the Cosmere. This video contains spoilers for the Stormlight Archive, including major events from Wind and Truth. It also includes light references to broader Cosmere lore around the Shards. 3 moons orbit Roshar: Solace, Nomen, and Mishim. At least they do now. But in Wind and Truth, it reveals something remarkable. There was once a 4th moon. It fell from the sky. It's not myth, it's not metaphor, it's part of the historical record, hidden but real. Could this moon have been more than just rock? Could it have been a pre-shattering investiture anchor placed in Roshar's orbit by Alcium? Roshar is a world of patterns. In the way of kings, cymatics, the shaping of matter through sound, defines more than just science. It shapes cities, battle formations, identity. Honor once described Roshar as a place of natural harmony, where the realms intersect more vividly than anywhere else. So what if that harmony extended into the sky? Not 3 moons, but 4. Each one in perfect orbital balance, resonant, synchronized, realmatically anchored. Is it possible each moon reflected a dominant aspect of Alcium's intent? Not a literal shard, but a kind of harmonic prefiguration of what would come. And the 4th, it may have resonated with the intent we now know as Valor. After the shattering, the newly formed shards may have been drawn towards worlds that echoed their intent. Did Valor feel something calling her to Roshar, not a people or a power vacuum, but the lingering resonance of that moon pulling her to descend? Maybe she left more than presence. What if Valor embedded a fragment of her investiture into the land, specifically in the region now called Natanatan? Alongside it, her god metal, buried deep, not a conquest, an offering, a spiritual resonance sealed within the planet, veiled even from other shards. Before the humans arrived from Ashen, Roshar was already home to the Amians. They're described as deeply realmatic, blue skin, crystalline eyes, shadows that point towards the light, and cognitive echoes when they die. Could that strangeness be the result of proximity to Valor's hidden presence? Were they even her stewards? Later, when humans settled on Roshar, they formed communities with the Sia. This gave rise to the Natan people, a blue-skinned population with unusual realmatic traits and a strong tradition of moon-based mythology. Among those myths is the story of Queen Sa, who's said to have birthed a child with the moon Nomen. That's canon, but is it possible this story is a distortion? Nomen is a blue moon, the Natan are blue-skinned. Maybe the cultural memory linked them, assuming Nomen was their origin. But what if the truth points elsewhere? What if the source was the fallen moon? A spiritual echo misunderstood over generations, and while Hoid or Wit is often a keeper of forgotten truths, we should remember he arrived on Roshar after the humans. He missed it. The descent, the first songs, and the real story. Even Wit doesn't know everything. Thousands of years later, war broke out over Natanatan. Words of Radiance and Oathbringer confirm this is where Honor and Odium clashed. The shattered planes are the result, devastation shaped by cymatic symmetry. Wind and Truth hints there's more. The land didn't just break from force, it fractured around something already buried. Fragments of a 4th moon, made of a god metal stronger than aluminum. Did the battle awaken something long dormant? Valor's investiture, still embedded in the stone, may have responded to the conflict, not just physically, realmatically, and the land still pulses with that resonance. It isn't the only thing that responds. In Wind and Truth, Venli learns something unexpected. While speaking with Shukar, a chasm fiend who remembers a time when chasm fiends and listeners shared a bond, when chasm fiends chose to pupate on the plains, not by instinct, but by something deeper, by intent. Could their metamorphosis be linked to Valor's presence? They suffer, change, and emerge, not unlike radiance. They're not just creatures, they're echoes, and someone else hears that echo. Venli begins to sense a new rhythm, not from odium or cultivation, something older. She doesn't just hear Roshar's heartbeat, she hears someone else's. But maybe it isn't Venli who resonates the most with Valor. Maybe it's Dalinar. He doesn't embody honor's rigid codes or odium's destruction. Dalinar rises because he falls. He struggles, chooses, fails, and emerges again, not because he was chosen, because he earned it. That is Valor. And then comes the moment in Wind and Truth when Taravangian, now holding Retribution, tries to claim Dalinar's soul. He's stopped. You cannot have him, the powers say, for he is claimed by another. No name is given, but what if it was Valor? What we know about Valor: her vessel is Medalantorius, a dragon. She is alive. Harmony has contacted her. Endowment knows where she is and won't say. Odium, or Retribution, can't find her. And Hoyd, it was recently confirmed, is not only searching for her, he dated her. We don't know if she has radiance, priests, temples, oaths, or what her investiture system is. And maybe that's the point. Maybe no one serves her. Maybe she's waiting for someone to earn it. What if Valor is buried beneath the shattered plains, her presence sealed in god metal and stone, speaking only in echoes, rhythms, and resonance? To be claimed by her, you don't need to worship, you need to live it. Maybe the fourth moon didn't fall in ruin. Maybe it fell in hope. And maybe one day it will rise again.